All right, so in a previous video, we replaced this or installed this AC unit, and we took out the fan that was there, but it was a really nice fan. And this fan is not so nice. This is, I think, probably an original fan. It works, but it's really noisy, and it basically just has a switch. There's no thermostat or anything like that. But the fan that we took out is this guy. So this is a Fan-tastic vent, and it's the same kind of fan that we have in the back of the coach. And so we think this would be a nice upgrade here in place of the original kind of 50-year-old fan that we've got. It's quieter, it has a thermostat, so it'll turn itself on and off, and has some nice features. The vent is tinted and things like that. So we're going to remove this old fan, and then we'll go up on the roof and put in the new one. So it looks like just a few screws on the inside here. We'll start to take this off, and we'll see what we find. I think this will be a pretty easy project. The top has been sealed with silicone, and so I need to scrape all of that off. We've had some vent leaks, and so the silicone is not a good solution for sealing the top. But it does make it easy for the fan to be removed. So, it looks like these are still attached here. I think I'm going to need to remove these handles. All right, see if we can pull this fan out. Something is hanging up on the side here, but it's mostly loose. There we go. All right, we got some creative wiring going here, and there are some spacers because there is no frame in the roof at this spot. So that's a little bit unfortunate. We're going to have to see what we can do to make sure that the new fan is installed in a way that it'll be secure. So there'll be some work to do there. And I have one on each side, so I'll be able to screw the new fan in to these boards, and that will help give this whole area a little bit more rigidity and structure, and it'll give me something to screw into to mount this frame on the bottom and the fan on top. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of work there. I had to kind of chisel out some of the insulation in here because the insulation was sprayed in kind of up close to the edge of the hole in most of the spaces here. I'll need to do a little bit of work on the wiring. There's been some modifications made to the wiring, but really I think the next thing is to cut out the corners here. The sides, so the distance across this is just about the right distance, front to back and side to side, and it's really just the corners. So I think the plastic will be easy to cut. I'm probably going to use just a hacksaw to cut this. I may end up using a Sawzall, although I want to be careful not to, especially on the skin on the outside, I don't want to chew that up real bad or bend it or anything. So a hacksaw is probably going to be pretty simple. There's not a lot of material to take out here, and I'll be less likely to cause any damage. All right, we're still making progress here, And what I did is cut out the top skin of the coach to make it square. As I had mentioned, it was more of a kind of oval shape before. I used just a hand hacksaw for that because I didn't want to go crazy with a Sawzall or a side grinder or anything like that. It cut really easily, and because I was cutting out the top and needed to cut out the inside also, I used some clamps to clamp down on my 2x2 material. 2x2 is actually like 1.5 inches thick, so that's what I'm using as my spacer here. Use some clamps to clamp that in place to hold everything as I was cutting it, and that worked really well. It cut out very nicely. So now I have my 2x2 material in there. I've taped this up to just make sure that I have it nice and tight. When I screw the fan down from the top, it will screw into this wood, and when I screw the cover in from the bottom, it will also have the wood to screw into, and so that'll help kind of keep this tight together, I think. It's not ideal. I wish there was a better way to tighten everything up, but I think it'll be okay. I did find that there was a big cavity up here, and so I put a little bit of this kind of insulation sheet up there because it had the spray-in foam all around this, but I could put a couple layers of this in, and as long as I was in there, I figured it wouldn't hurt. So I did that. There isn't really any room on the sides or the back because of where the cross members and frame are in the roof. I also did my wiring here. I actually made the connections behind the wood on this side. I don't anticipate needing to take this out. If I do need to take it out, well then I can take this apart and get to my connections back there. Or I could cut this and put new connectors here if I ever need to take it out. But overall, I think we're in pretty good shape. I have tested it. It does have power. It works in the correct direction. I had a little bit of a question about what was hot and what was ground here, so I tested it to make sure that when it was indicating that it was going out, it was working correctly, or blowing in. So the next step is to put my butyl tape around the lip here and put this into the hole and screw it down from the top. And I have stainless steel screws, and once that butyl is squished down with the screws in from the top, then I'll also do a little lap seal around the heads of the screws and things. So we're getting pretty close to the end, and it's been going pretty well. When I go to do the screws on the top, I'm sure they're not going to line up with any of the holes that were up there before, but the lip on this fan is big enough that it will cover all those old holes, and I may just need to drill holes for my new stainless steel screws that I'll put in. Okay, it's all done. I did have to re-drill holes around the top before I put it down with the butyl tape, but that was very easy and worked out well. I did, as I was drilling those holes, I drilled one in each corner and put those screws in to make sure that I got all of the other holes lined up as I drilled it, and it was all outside of the holes from the old fan. And so the butyl tape that I put down covered up all of the holes and also sealed around the top of the fan. And then a little lap seal on top of the screws. I don't even think that's necessary, but just to be safe, I thought that would help make sure things sealed up. Those screws screwed into my 2x material that I was using for a spacer inside of the roof, and then this screwed up nicely into the wood also, so everything's nice and solid. And let's turn it on and make sure it works. All right, it works. Now we have a nice new modern fan up front here.